Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison Architect plus Alpha 17 episode 2. In the previous episode we planned the prison. In this episode we will begin construction of the prison. We probably won't get any prisoners, but we will almost certainly build a fair amount of it. I have made significant changes since the end of the last video, based on player feedback and such, and I've run through them now. It's probably the most changes I've ever made in any prison or any of the prisons I've made on the channel. So as we come in here, this really hasn't changed a lot. You come in and then you've got visitation on the top and bottom, and then forward from that it's pretty much all different. So we've got we've got like 4 rooms here. These are our offices, so I've joined them together to save a little bit of space. We have a 5th office here, which will be warden or whatever, so we've changed this thing entirely because it was like a big square where you went all the way around. It's got this little corridor where you have to walk in between, which is okay, that's fine. We've got this area here, which is our storage, which is something I forgot. We've got this area here, which is going to be our staff room. Down here we have our power block and a water pump. I'm not going to have two. I'm not going to have 2 power stations and capacitors, like groups of capacitors, because I don't think I'll need them. If I do, then I'm screwed because I don't have any room. We have our armory here, then we have our infirmary and morgue there. The kitchen hasn't changed at all, neither has the canteen. However, it's changed completely here. I did have like a 3 by whatever area here, which is our yard, and as someone rightly pointed out, the yard is a minimum size 5 by 5. I knew this, I just keep forgetting things like that, so it's just a small oversight. So I've changed it so we now have 2 yards, and the yard is 5 by 5. It fits the sort of scheme I'm going for perfectly, which is, you know, everything's inside. You might see light of day if you are very, very lucky. I then have a little area here which is for solitary, so it's just 8 solitary cells. Got the same up above, as you can see. It's sort of mirrored, it's symmetrical. And we also have a common room here, which is probably too small, but hey, most things in this prison are. Then we've got our laundry, and then a fairly large, actually too big, workshop. Now, this workshop is actually bigger by about 4 squares than what I actually need it. However, there's nothing I can really put in. So if I, for example, did save the space by doing that, there's nothing much I can really put in there. Cleaning cupboard, yeah, maybe. I could put maybe a little bit of solitary in there, but I don't want solitary close to this anyway. So you know what? It's just a little bit bigger, and I'll put some benches either side or something like that. There's been a couple of changes around here. This end one here is now a cleaning cupboard. Not ideal place. I would have liked all of this to have been cells, but sadly I'm going to have to just stick with cleaning cupboard. Although I don't have to have a cleaning cupboard, do I? I don't have to have one. I mean, you have to have laundry, but you don't have to have a cleaning cupboard. I think I'm not going to have one. I was going to have it like that, cleaning cupboard, because then it's somewhere to put it, and also it makes sort of sense with the shower being here, but it doesn't make sense of it being all these big blocks of prisoners. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to have cleaning cupboard. Suck it. Over here, we have a little area down the bottom, which is for CCTV. And then we have some more solitary, because I have, well, depending on which comment you believe, 146, 148, 152, or 154 prisoners. I didn't count them. Life's too short, so I didn't bother with that. So we've got more solitary here, then we got some holding cell, and it's pretty much mirrored either side. Right. Whew, let's begin construction then, shall we? So, let's go to materials and fence, and then what we're going to do is run a fence all the way down there, and then we'll unpause it while I do it, and then run it all the way along, and then up, and then straight across. So this is the fence that goes all the way around the prison. There has been comment regarding that, and how I could have just expanded the entire building, like, sort of 2 bricks that way, 2 bricks that way, and 2 bricks in other directions, so saved, or gained a lot more space. And it wouldn't be a great amount of space, but it's not, to be fair, the space I would have got would have been very gratefully received, but also I don't think I need it. Also, I want to have this big building, but also have a fence. Well, I'm putting fence down now, but I'm going to change that at some point to perimeter wall. But I like the idea of it just being... well, just having it like it is, so just having this perimeter wall. You wouldn't just have a building like that and then nothing next to it. At least in my mind, anyway. I mean, you could do. You could just have just a building like that and then no fence next to it. But I like the idea of this because then we can put dogs patrolling around for sniffing for tunnels and such. So it's just a good idea. Also, comment as regards to why I've got a gap of 2 all the way around. The reason for that is because there's a lot of prisoners, and I want them to be free to. I want them free. Well, I want them. I don't want them free. I just want them to have a bit of room to breathe, sort of thing, so they can actually not bump into each other and start fights, etc. Because this is probably going to be a high-risk prison. I say probably; it might not be. We'll see what happens. I'm certainly going to be bringing in low-risk prisoners to start off with to do the whole alpha testing thing, and then we'll phase them out for medium or probably high-risk, whatever we end up going with. You could also go with low-risk. I don't know. We'll see. As I said, if it's not efficient enough, if the design isn't efficient enough to support high-risk prisoners, which is a very high possibility, then I'll end up not bothering. I also don't think I've got enough. I've probably got enough canteen space, but I just don't think I have enough recreational facilities. Like here, we don't have enough. This is our common room, so it's like 4 pool tables and a row of tellies. I don't think we're gonna have enough. Anyway, let's go to foundation building and do that. 20 grand. Wow, I'm already in debt. Let me go to reports, grants, get the lot. There we go. I am probably not going to have enough money to do this. Just pointing this out now, I don't think I'll have enough money. What I will have to do is either put money in the game, just hack it in, because I don't really have much choice. I could assume that I've sold my previous prison, which I didn't do. As you saw, the previous prison was worth over $500,000 or something like that. I could have sold that to do this, which I decided not to do, because I didn't really know exactly what design I was doing. If I knew I was doing something like this, which requires pretty much just one large building, I probably would have sold it. So I might hack in the money what I would have got for selling, or I might go with the extra grants mod, which I have used, but not while doing any videos, so we'll have to see what happens. I don't really need to worry about it for now. All I need to do is get this cell up and this area up, really. So it's going to cost me probably another 20 grand, 20 or 30 grand even to get this up. And then we can put in probably... I'm probably thinking I only need to really get this bit up here. And that will support the prisoners and get them in and then get money that way. I don't know, we'll see. We're going to have to play that by ear because I've got just under 70 grand now. And that's not including all of the walls I have to put in, all of the area, all of the showers and stuff like that, and the solitary over here, which I could probably leave, then all of the kitchen and all of the canteen, etc. That's going to take a lot of money, so I think I'll probably run out. And unlike any of my other prisons, normally I overspend, but in this case, because it's one giant building, I'm going to have to be extremely careful in exactly what I make as to not run out. I think I'm going to run out anyway, and I'll just get extra grants mod or something like that as a minimum. But we'll see what happens. Also, feel free to post in the comments what you think we should do about that. But because this is such a weird design, because it is just one big, massive building, that's all it is. It's just, in essence, what this is a medium-sized map completely covered in foundation. The only areas that hasn't got foundation is across the road, this tiny bit out the front, the wall and a tiny little bit that goes around here, and those 2 bits, which are yard. That's the only bits that haven't got it. So it's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be interesting. I'm going to let them put all the lights in, and I'll just wait for them to do it. I'm not going to hire any more workmen because I really, really can't afford it. So we'll see. Now what I need to do is put this building in here, but I'm going to wait until I've finished as you can see, there's lots and lots of trucks here with lights on it, so I need to wait for them to do that before I can do anything else. Nice tasty beverage. Lemon tea. So we'll wait until we put all this in, then I can start thinking about putting in the walls in. I'll only do 1 row for obvious reasons, and then I can worry about other things. Oh, cancel that. There we go. This is just the bit. This is just the shower bit at the back. There we go. And then I'm going to do this row here at the top. In fact, I'm going to do the row. But what I'm not going to do is actually put the individual ones in, because they'll end up getting themselves stuck, and that means I have to buy more doors, and it's going to be a massive, massive pain. So I'll wait until I've done that, and then I'll probably build this area. In fact, we'll do that now. We've got foundations building, and then start from the top right here all the way down to about there. There. That should be okay. And then we will put in a very large door, go to our objects, and then to large deal door, spin it around, shove it there. As you can see, this menu is now contextual. So if I mouse over here, if I scroll around here, it basically puts the stuff you need in first. If this was designated a cell, it would minimize this. It would make this smaller and only show things like the bed and windows and things like that. Because as you can see, the list is quite large these days. And as they point out in the video, the Alpha 17 video by IV, it's pretty much only going to get bigger. So yeah, I'm glad that's been implemented. Good design, nice feature. So we'll just wait for them to finish this, and then what I'll do is I'll shove in some doors so they can get between here and here. And I'll start thinking about how I'm going to do this. So if I build, the only way to do this really is to, I need to get an extra 20 grand from these two contracts here, the grants. So raise my prisoner capacity to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can easily do that here, get another 10 grand, and then build a medical wing, which we've almost got up here. I could probably do that as well. So yes, we should be okay. Let me just check to make sure my intake is off. Yep, it is. Good. And once they've done this bit, they'll obviously finish it, and then they'll put loads of lights in again. There it is, getting built, and me spending lots and lots of money on lights, which I probably won't use, because when I build walls, it'll end up getting demolished, but hey-ho. So, let me start putting some walls in, but what I'm going to do is go to... we'll go with materials. We'll do the walls. Brick wall. And we'll put this brick wall in here. Now, I'm going to be building this in a bit of a weird way, because I'm going to be building things that you might think, hang on, why am I building it that way? Well, that's because this is a case of we'll do everything that's necessary first. So we'll go to objects and we'll put staff door. How much is a staff door? Staff door is 100. I'm going to put a normal door on there. I just kind of... I can't... The extra 50, I'd rather save. Because the chances are that if prisoners get inside here, I'm boned anyway. Let me just pause it for a second. Go to rooms, then go to office. Designate that as office. We'll pause it for a second, and then we'll put in a desk. We'll put in a filing cabinet, and then we'll put in a chair. That's a big solitary door. We'll put in a chair there, although that is the wrong way around, that desk. So let me dismantle the desk. There we go, just for sake of it looking okay. Dismantle that. How is this over here? That is fine. That's good. What is that? What are they doing? There we go. Getting stuck is what they're doing. And then we'll go back to this. And we will get desk, spin it round, put it in the right direction. There we go. Go to staff, go to warden, hire a warden. Job done. So now he's hired. Bureaucracy. And we can start researching health and finance. And we'll close that for now. So there's that now put in. Let me go. Why is that person getting stuck all the time? I have a feeling that pathfinding is going to be a massive pain in this, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let me just put in some more walls here. This is going to be our armory, which technically I don't need to build yet, but anyway, I've done it now. Let's start this bit here. We'll finish this area off. Across here along there, and there we go. So this will be visitation, and I'll have that as that's the only visitation we'll put in for the time being. We need to go to utilities, power station, shove a power station down there. Capacitors, we'll put a 3 in there, then we'll go to water pump, shove a water pump in, and then it's job done. I also need to go to my materials again, brick wall, shove in a brick wall there. We will put in by going to objects door, we'll shove a door there, we'll put a door there, and we will put a door there. What I'll do is I'll put a staff door on that one. Go to our materials once more. Brick wall. We'll shove a brick wall across there. So this thing's actually some sort of building, really. There we go. And then we won't bother with anything else. So apparently that has been hire warden's done. That's done there. What have I done? I have researched. Yes, there we go. We've researched infirmary and such, and health. So what I'm going to do is go here. I'm going to go to objects, door, shove a door there, and we probably want a door there, actually. Do you want a door there? Probably a door there, just for sake of security. Yep, there we go. And then we will put in. We want to go to rooms first. Then we need to go to our morgue. Not infirmary first. Infirmary, there we go, there's the infirmary. And then we need to go to morgue, designate that as morgue. Go to objects, morgue slab, shove one morgue slab down, like that. How much are there? They are 100, so yeah, I'm not going to bother doing any more. put in 1 medical bed like so, and then hire 1 doctor. No, 2 doctors in fact. There we go. And then I need a psychologist to finish that grant off. So let me just research that as well. We will go to bureaucracy and mental health. Close that. And just make sure if I got a staff, can I hire an accountant? I can hire an accountant, which I will hire. Actually, how long is mental health going to take? It's probably going to, I know how much it's going. It's probably going to take 12 hours. Oh no, 6 hours, so we can probably afford that. That's fine. What I was going to do, I was going to wait. This is a bit cheeky. This going to wait until 12 o'clock, so I didn't have to pay them overnight. If I was going to say 12 hours, there was no point in hiring it now because it would be 3 o'clock in the morning before the research is done. So, yeah, just try to save a couple of $100 there. Let me put the doors in here. These are for the offices. The offices which I probably won't really. I won't furnish them all yet because I'm very conscious of the money that I don't have. Let me go to rooms and then to office. Designate the back 2 as office. It doesn't really matter which 2 I'm going to do. There you go. You can see the menu now clears itself as we move around. We'll put the actually we'll put the 2 office desks there. We'll put a filing cabinet in there at the back. And we'll put a chair there as well. So that'll be 2 offices complete, and then we'll go to staff and we will hire an accountant. There we go. And in a moment, once the bureaucracy is done for mental health, we will then be able to, once that office is done, this should now register. There we go. So that's one of the grants done. We didn't get any more money for it, but we've completed it. The grant's sort of half incentive to get money, half tutorial. So there's that done. We need to go to objects and to jail door. Shove a jail door there. And there's another thing completed. If I just go to staff and psychologist, there we go. We now get that grant of 10 grand. I can also probably sack him. How much does he cost per day? 200 per day. If I sack him, they'll have to rehire him at some point for 1,000, which means that assuming I sack him and then get him, if I sack him and then get him back within 5 days, I've actually lost out. If I'm going to take longer than 5 days, it's worth sacking him. Either way, I think I can do it in less than 5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to here, and we are going to put in the walls and such in here. But what I'm going to do first is go to objects, large jail door, and put in the jail doors. So I want to put the doors so they alternate, so one there, one there. Let's just work it out roughly what it would be. And is it going to be even? I don't know. I think I've just scat balls to it. I've totally messed up. You know what? We'll just put them in as I would expect, which is like that. As I said in the previous video, the reason I've put them staggered like this is because when they slide open, because they're a large door, I think we don't really want any more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. Because I have a problem. Oh, good grief. That's saying we have pathfinding issues, but we don't actually. It's figured out. As I said, when the slide open like that, you can see that if they were on the same side, it would look really weird because then the door would half be over the other one. But now, because it's alternated, you can see it's okay. Apart from that one, which I knew that one would be a bit messed up. But that looks really good. I like that. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that indeed. Let me just go to rooms and then cell. Designate all of them as cells. And obviously, they're going to shout at me saying that I haven't got nowhere near... Well, I haven't got any of the stuff in, so we'll go to beds. And we have an idea of doing this. So, beds like that. And the reason I'm staggering these, and just so I don't have to spin them around, because now I'm going to spin them around and put them... on that side, like so. So these are all the beds, and the reason I'm facing them this way is because the toilet's going to go right next to them, basically where the head is. Right next to the head, like that. Right, there we go. And almost there now. There we go, there's that. And then we'll go to the bottom one, and we'll put the bottom ones in. I'm going to have to do some power cable at some point here, aren't I? Because it's just pitch black. I can hardly see what I'm doing, and I'm sure the workmen are crapping themselves. Right, so once that's put in, that'll be that grant done, which is another 10 grand, which is fantastic. Then we go to utilities and electrical cable. We'll connect the electrical cable up to the water pump. Then we'll run it down. And then, I don't know what's the best way of doing this. Probably running it down like so. And then along like, I don't know whether to run it. This is difficult. Probably along like that. I think that's the best option. How much did that cost me? 500. Not a great deal, actually. Like so. I think we'll run it that far. And we'll see if that connects things up. I think it should connect everything up. We'll see. And yeah, it looks like it's connecting everything up. Apart from on this side. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. So we're going to have to run cable like that. So it's going to be a massive pain. But that's okay. I can sort of deal with that. Right. Large pipe. We need to run the large pipe down now, and that's going to be even worse. So how are we going to do this? I think I'll run, if I run it down the center, like along this way, it will be better. So we'll run a pipe down here, we'll run it along there, and then down, and then across like so. I can then run small pipes up towards these. I could probably do that. I'd probably do it that way. It's because of the way I've staggered this thing. It's a little bit annoying, but you know what? That's okay. I like the idea of that. I was going to connect them up with a bigger line, but I think this is more efficient, and it looks good as well. And it's just different to whatever anything I'm doing. Like I say, I'm trying to break the mold a little bit on things that the way that I do stuff, but still keep things sort of familiar. Right. So that should be all the water put in, which is. Is that all the water put in? It is not all the water put in, because they're still trying to do it. So far the pathfinding is holding up, but that could break at any bloody moment. Right, let me go to our rooms and then to storage. Might as well designate that as storage, because that's exactly what that bit is. There we go. And that's not going to be changed to anything. This is all in pitch black. I'll have to run some cable. Canteen, we'll designate all that as canteen, like so. And then this little bit here. There we go. And then this is kitchen, so we'll designate all that as kitchen. And the back bit there. There we go. And then we can designate the other stuff later. What I'm going to do, actually, I forgot to sack the doctors. So I've probably lost out on a little bit of cash there by a couple hundred. Couple hundred I lost out on. That's not too bad. Can't be perfect, only human and all that. Brick wall. Let's shove a brick wall in here. And this will be the brick wall. That goes all the way like that. There we go. And that'll separate the canteen from the kitchen. Large jail door. 2 off, straight off. I have 32,982. I've actually got more money than I thought I would have, which is excellent. Let me go to drains. We'll shove in drains. There we go. And then I'll go to shower head. Shower heads across, like so. Don't need any more than that. We'll just go to our rooms. Shower. Designate all that as shower, like so. Utilities, small pipe, run a small pipe up like so, and then down like that. Okay, there's that plumbed in and done. 32,618 generic credits. We'll go to our rooms and then to probably visitation, and then we'll designate that as visitation. Oh, that is visitation. Fantastic. And then we'll go and designate, I was going to say that as common room, but we haven't built that yet. When you go to yard, designate that bit as yard there. It says it's not behind a door. That's because of this area here. So what I'll do in the, just for the time being, is I'll do that. And then I'll shove a jail door there, and then that should say, that should tell me whether or not this place is secure. If it does, then I know that I've done a good job. Yes, fine, fantastic. That's a good way of seeing if you want to know if an area is behind a door, if you want to know whether an area is secure, just build a yard there of 5x5, or even just a standard yard, and then you mouse over it. So say, for example, you go to your rooms and yard, if I can find the thing again. Why do I always lose things in here? Yard, and you went like that. You can obviously mouse over it and it says minimum size failed, but it's secure past secure behind at least one door. So if that says failed, you know that there's at least one gap in your fence or something. Good top tip there. Let's go to foundation and then building, and we're going to build this area back here. So it's going to be that, and then that. And then we've got 25,000 left. I want at least, probably, I don't know, how much do I want left? I'd like 10 grand left to play with. It's going to be difficult because I have... I'm trying to think. Will I have enough? I have to put the kitchen in. I have to put the canteen in. I have to put pipes in. I have to hire a janitor. Guards. Ooh, Ooh, this is going to be close. This is going to be very, very close. Anyway, there's that building done. Then we go to utilities, electrical cable, and what we'll do, we'll start running a couple of we'll run some electrical cable around the place. So we'll run it like this. This is going to be a really sloppy way of running things around the place, but you know, at least it will work, and that's all that really matters. And we'll run the cable into there, run the cable up into there to power them rooms there, then run this one into there, just to get lights on in the rooms. That should be all of the power in here, apart from the canteen, obviously, which I'll need to expand. I'll need to drag the cable a little bit further, like so. And I'm going to go around. Am I going to go around there? I don't need to worry about that. It's going to be a bit sloppy, this cable. I really do appreciate some of the people when you look at their prisons and you can see when they've actually had specific areas and ran lines around places for and run lines around places for where the power is going to go. I have a lot of respect for those people. Right, kitchen. This is going to be a bit difficult, so we'll have one sink because I can't really afford any more than one. We're going to put it as closest to that as we can. Just notice that that's almost about to turn off, so I'm going to have to buy another 2 capacitors, which I didn't really budget for, but we'll see. We will get our fridges up. Now I was going to put these like, I believe it was like that and like that, with these two in the center. Like, put them like that, one on each side, and then fridges in the center. But that is very inefficient because they'll be running past. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to have fridges in the center, like 4 fridges, and then on either side of them I'll put cookers. That's my idea anyway. But obviously I'm not going to buy any more than that, because that is all I really need. We'll connect the... Oh, that's what I've bought. Oh, I've just bought loads of power switches by accident. How much have I just wasted? Not much. Nothing. They're only 10 each. Ooh, if I were 100 or something, I would absolutely kick myself. In fact, to be honest, I would probably just press the F9 button, stop recording on Fraps, and just delete it so you wouldn't see how much of a moron I am if that was a lot more money. We'll dump them all because I'm not going to use them. Right, visitation is shouting at me because I don't have any visitor tables, so we'll remedy that by placing one there. And yeah, let's buy another one. I can't really justify only having the one. There we go. Let's run some large pipe. Do I need to run large pipe? I don't think I'll need to run large pipe, actually. Just run some small pipe down along here, then down there, and then... Oh, it doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right running it the way I was going to do. We'll run it that way and then into there. Even though I'm probably going to have to run large pipe up here anyway, so that's probably a bit redundant. But anyway, as long as it works, I don't really care for the moment. There we go, so that's now done. So that kitchen's done. We can actually use that kitchen. Canteen, let's have a quick look at this. So we'll go to serving tables. We'll shove in 2 serving tables. Actually, how much they are? 20 each. You know what? I can afford that. Tables. Let's shove in table and table. And then we'll bench it up. Bench. And you know what? I'm just going to put another one in, just for sake of completeness. There we go, that's done. So let's go utilities again. Electrical cable, run electrical cable straight into here, and then worry about the rest of it later. Oh, I've just realised that is actually indoors. I've messed that one up. So I want to go to foundations to bulldoze. I want to bulldoze them foundations there, and then I want to go to objects, no, materials even, brick wall, and then brick this up like so. Right, so I need to start thinking about this area. This is our common room, so we've got a jail door. Put a jail door either side there. And then to our brick walls once more. Actually, no, we'll large jail door that so we can at least get in. And then, is that done? I think that's done. Let's just make sure that it is actually demolished by going to our yard. Designate that as yard. It is a yard. Yes, it definitely is a yard. Fantastic. Right, we can go to planning, cancel that bit of planning off there. Hang on, there we go, and cancel that off there. We'll put our little door there so we know... Oh, it's objects even. Put a door there so we know to do that. All that's lit up. Fantastic. Back to materials. This is really frantic, this, I realise. Let's put all this in here. There we go. And then that will be... Hang on, if I just do that, and that, and that... That will be our common room. This will be our laundry, which I will put a door on by going to large jail door, shove it there, and then we will put in... Now I'm going to have to run some utilities now, aren't I? Actually, no, we could probably run utilities up from there. We might be okay. Going to objects then. Actually, no, we'll go to rooms. One of the bad things about that, about this menu being sort of context sensitive, as it were, is that if you want to just go objects and place a laundry, like a washing machine, you have to actually click that button and find it through there. Whereas if you just get in the habit of designating it first, then it will work. Now, I won't be able to place that because I haven't actually researched it. So I'll go to deployment. I'm going to research maintenance and security. There we go. You can see there's armory there as well, which we won't be getting, not for a little while anyway. Let's go to brick wall. It's just because we can't afford it. Put the brick walls in here, and we'll go to object and to jail door. We'll shove a jail door there. Actually, do I want a jail door? Well, I actually want more than a jail door technically, but I can't afford it. There we go. There's the jail door. We'll go back to our materials. We'll shove a brick wall in there and all the way down there and down there, and we'll put a jail door there, a jail door there. Okay, what have we got left to do? That's going to be armory. This is a staff room, which I actually got? Yeah, we'll designate that as staff room. There we go. We might as well minimize that, so it should be, yep, there we go. We can put a sofa wide in it. Can you spin them around? You can spin them around. I'll just put a drinks machine, one drinks machine, because you need at least a drinks machine and a chair, a double sofa, so I'll put one down the bottom, and we won't put any more because I can't afford it. This is a real budget one, this prison's real budget. Right, what have we got? We haven't got a holding cell. Actually, yes we have. We've got one over here, so I might as well do that. Brick wall. We'll put a brick wall there to separate the two areas. This is solitary and that's brick wall. And we will go to our rooms and then holding cell, designate all that as holding cell, and then we need to put in at least one toilet. And is it one toilet, one bench? Yes it is. So the bench can go probably down the bottom, and so can the toilet. I'm going to change that entirely. I'm going to put like a block of toilets at the bottom with some beds and a bench in the centre, but because I just can't afford it, I'm doing it just to get that grant done. I'm not going to get any money for it, you understand, but it's just because it'll complete it and, you know, just give me a bit of peace of mind. Right! Whew, that was a bit hectic. I think we're about there. I haven't got in. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I haven't got the common room done. Let's do that. Rooms. Common room. If I can find the thing. Common room is there. Common room, designate that as common room. Job done. We can also put some phone booths in the area. So actually I'm going to put phone booths in here, I think. I don't know. I haven't decided. Either way, here I think we'll put a pool table in. So one pool table up the top there. Actually, we'll make it two. If there's one thing I want to do is keep these guys happy. And then we'll put in televisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm going to have to put the full lot in, but that's expensive. There's that put in. We are going to put in... Do I put in phone booths? I do want phone booths, but I don't know where I want them. Ideally, canteen, but I don't... It's a bit cramped around here, so... You know what? I'm just going to put them in like that for now. I think I'll just put them in like that for now and leave it there. Right! No more building because I just can't afford it. I have 6,444. Oh no, 6,544 generic credits left to hire probably a couple of guards, a couple of chefs, and a janitor, and then we can get prisoners, which obviously once we've got prisoners, we'll start making a bit more money, and then we can speed up by getting some workshops, etc. But I think it's a good start. I think I probably could have done one or two things a little bit more efficiently, but I think I've done okay there. Like I say, next episode we will get prisoners and see what happens. So thank you very, very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.